What up, duelists? Thank you so much for 4K subscribers. You guys are so dope. But you know what? I want more. I want more. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe for this. Subscribe for this long ass video. There's at least 5 matches in this video. I don't know how many I recorded last night, but I went on a tear with this deck. I made one change since recording the matches. I added a grand mold to the sideboard. It's the only change I made. Other than that, this is the exact deck that I played in all of these videos. And yeah, this deck is just, it's just something else. I love Ancient Gear. I love Ancient Gear. I love Ancient Gear Golem. It's my favorite card. It's my favorite card in my favorite deck, which is the Ancient Gear deck. If you guys are new to Ancient Gears, if you guys are new to Edison format, well, shit, welcome to the channel. But yeah, if you're new to Ancient Gears, this is the deck. This is the one. It's a hyper offense deck. You're just trying to shove as much damage as possible. There's a couple different ways to get in some lethal points of damage using limiter removal, Megamorph, which is a spicy new tech I've been trying out, and Magic Cylinder. All three great ways to force through a lot of damage. Brain Control also another way to steal some games. You've got Heavy Storm and Space Typhoon, as well as a wide variety of field spells to be able to activate your Gear Town. You've also got one breaker in this build. I've cut one Scrap Recycler for one main deck breaker. This little dude helps you against main deck oppression, which this deck struggles with a lot. I've also added one Machina Peacekeeper. There's a lot of setups in this deck that require you to have an extra Union monster, I guess. And it's nice just having a fourth target for the gear frame to search. I think the biggest setup is you'll have turns where you activate Gear Town, not obviously activate Gear Town, but activate the graveyard effect, and then you'll normal summon a Union monster and back up your Ancient Gear dude, pretty much. This deck has no trouble dealing 8,000 damage. It also doesn't play light or darks, so you get to play Shadow Imprisoning, Light Imprisoning Mirror. It also doesn't really banish stuff, and it hates having its own stuff banished, so you get to play Imperial Iron Wall. You get to play pretty much every floodgate. That's the one thing about this deck. In the video, I actually am playing a second copy of Skill Drain over the Grand Mole. I found the life cost was a little bit too high, even with the Megamorph. It's just like a little awkward stacking multiple skill drains with Mausoleum, with oppressions, and taking damage here and there. So yeah, I mean, this deck's also soft to Royal Oppression, so maybe the oppressions should be the ones to go and the skill drains should be the one to stay. But I also didn't really like how skill drain made all of our Ancient Gear monsters vulnerable to Mirror Force and Deprison. That was a little bit awkward as well. In any case, I got a lot of games I can't wait to share with you guys. If you aren't already subscribed, if you're new to the channel, definitely subscribe. You guys are not going to be disappointed with the stuff I have coming out in the next month. RBET 3 is coming up. I've got a few really hyped streams, a few really hyped collabs with other creators I'm super excited about. This month is going to be really big, so definitely stay tuned. See you guys in the matches. You already know. You got to free the manatee. He's been trapped for too long. You gotta let him out of his cage. You feel me? You feel me? Alright. Opening hand is disgusting. Gear frame, go grab Fortress. Add it to our hand. We could also grab Peacekeeper here. But I think... Hold up. Is Peacekeeper better here? Nah, just getting Fortress is good. Getting Fortress is good. We have Solemn plus Megamorph combo. I think we're out here, as the kids would say. I'm gonna Solemn just about anything, because I'm gonna try to win the game next turn. You know how it goes? You know how it goes. There's Gold Sarg. Okay. That's good. One less card we have to worry about our opponent having to defeat us for future fusion. Okay. So they're probably playing dragons based off of that start. Probably some type of dragon deck. Set monster. Miserable. Not cool. Very, very lame. Probably a masked dragon. Oh my goodness. Trap Dust Shoot. Trap Dust Shoot. Alright. That's fine. That's fine. We did top deck the Royal Oppression, which is a great out to whatever that card is. They have to take Fortress here. There's no way they don't take Fortress here. Yep. Alright. Machina Fortress goes back to the deck. We've got some options. You know, we've got some options. Not some great options, but we've got some options. Got Fortress, got Gear Frame. We could not set the oppression this turn. Because the opponent will play around it. They will play around it. Alright. This guy gets shuffled back. Let's go ahead and battle phase, attack their set monster. If they stop this attack, that's good for us. They didn't. It is a masked dragon. Okay, cool. So our read was correct, which is always a good thing. Kind of understanding what the opponent's up to. They're going to grab another masked dragon. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. That means they can't really fully convert off of this. Main phase 2, I'm actually down to set the Megamorph. It's a little bit risky, but I don't think the opponent will play into Royal Oppression. I think they will not play into Royal Oppression, basically. Drago would be bad. Drago would be bad. But all the other cards they could have, totally fine. Totally fine. They're just going to pass. All right. And we drew another gear frame. That's actually big. It's actually huge. Because now we have options, ladies and gentlemen. We have options. Let's summon the gear frame and let's go search. They only have 2 masked dragons left in their deck. So we are going to be able to, what is the word? Get through their monsters this turn. Get through their monster in play. We're going to pitch Cyber Dragon, special summon out Machina Fortress. They're going to let this happen. So we could play around Mirror Force, but I think I'd rather just like Solemn the Mirror Force if they have it. So we'll go Gear Frame first over Masked Dragon. They're going to activate the effect. If the other Masked Dragon's in their hand, we might actually even connect for damage this turn, which would be big. Okay, it's not. So Gear Frame next over the Masked Dragon. They'll probably get Exploder, and I'm okay trading the Fortress with the Exploder because I can just pitch a thing. Does this target? Destroy the monster that destroyed it. Yep. Main phase 2. We'll pitch the Gear Dragon, special summon out Fortress. The reason we pitched the Gear Dragon instead of the Ancient Gear Golem is the Gear Dragon is worse than the Ancient Gear Golem, more or less. So, yeah. Now we'll set the Oppression, and we'll pass. The opponent has no idea what we have set. They have no idea at all. We have Oppression Solemn. I think we're going to win this game. Giant Trunade. Yeah, we've got Solemn. So they've got their own Solemn. Wow, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Very interesting. But like them resolving Future Fusion, it's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal at all. Next turn we can tribute summon an Ancient Gear Golem if we really want to. And then we can just have Royal Oppression. Alternatively, we could go... Is there a way we could kill? Let me think. If they summon the monsters in attack position, we might be able to do something like Crash Fortress and then activate our Megamorph. That could be unique. That could be a unique situation we find ourselves in. Another Gold Sark is phenomenal because this game is not going to last another 2 turns. We both have 4,000 life points. One of us is going to win the game. They're going to Gold Sark for Heavy Storm. Okay, yeah, that's not going to happen in the next 2 turns, realistically. End phase, they're going to bring back double Red Eyes, single Red Eyes. I think that's a bit of a liability from the opponent. I think they might have messed up here. Maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Maybe if their back row is real. The issue is if their back row is real, I suppose. That's the big issue. Because if it's real, and this deck only plays real back row. It only plays real back row. So we could do something like summon Peacekeeper. I think we're going to go for game, but we're going to go for game in a weird way. So if we summon Peacekeeper, equip to Gear Frame, equip Megamorph to the same Gear Frame, crash the Fortress, pop the Red Eyes, and then attack for game. That plays around Bottomless Trap Hole, and it also plays a little bit around Mirror Force. So we'll normal summon Machina Peacekeeper. I'll ask them, question mark, is this okay? Is this all right? Priority. No. No priority. I will activate it. Target Machine of Gear Frame. If they have Book of Moon here. Okay. Okay. Interesting. They might be waiting to book until we activate the Megamorph. I could see that. I could see that. Also on the Gear Frame. Perhaps they have Book of Moon now too. Yeah, now they've got to have Book of Moon, right? No. Interesting. All right, so let's just try to win the game, I guess. We'll attack with Fortress. Did they have anything here? They do have a Totem Dragon. This is an interesting situation. For sure, an interesting situation. So Fortress is going to die. We're going to take 300. And then the effect is going to activate. We'll target the... target Red Med. Yeah. Then we'll go direct for... Oh, shit, I misclicked. Fucking wrong gear frame first. Oof. Lol. Attacked with the wrong one first. LMAO. Alright, whatever. We'll get our 900 points of damage in. They had book anyway. Alright. Activate the Peacekeeper. Peacekeeper's gonna go get the last gear frame. They would have booked it either way, so we're in a tough spot. We're in a tough spot for sure. Next turn they don't get the Heavy Storm. We have Royal Oppression for the Red Eyes coming back, but if they have Light and Darkness Dragon, does that do anything? It kind of does. Kind of does. I guess maybe it doesn't, because we can summon Gear Frame, activate the effect, and then bring back the other guy. But we maybe will have been forced to Oppression. But then if they Oppression that guy, I think we win, right? Okay. Next turn they get Heavy Storm, but I think this turn we should be okay to win. The Masked Dragon is gone, which is another way they could stall one more turn. Yeah, I think we're just one turn ahead. Totem Dragon gets summoned. That's okay. That means they can't Wyvern in the end phase. And then this gets banished for that, and then we just Oppression this, and then that's game. Nah. Yeah, and they knew about the Oppression, so... Yeah, okay, cool. Whew! That was actually a very scary match. GG. That was very close. That was very close. We were like one turn ahead the whole time. Very dangerous matchup. We've got some cards for this one. We've got Iron Wall, which is kind of a double-edged sword. It means they can't special Red Eyes from hand or use the Wyverns, but it also means that they get Infinite Totem Dragon, which is pretty good, all things considered. We've got Dust Tornado, which helps against Royal Oppression. That card kind of screws our deck a little bit more than it screws theirs, surprisingly. But I do think we also want our own Royal Oppression, which is like kind of weird. It's all kind of weird. I'm not sure exactly the thought process behind that, but that's definitely what we want. We do want all of our like big hitter cards like Mirror Force, Brain Control. Not Mirror Force, sorry, Megamorph. We don't want Mirror Force. I actually think Mirror Force is kind of bad because they can play around it pretty easily, I think. I think we do want to side out maybe an Ancient Gear Beast. He's kind of weaker in this matchup. And then we can also probably side out the Cyber Dragons. They're pretty bad against the... Is this too monster light? Hold on. This puts us down to 17 monsters. That might be a little bit too light. We might keep in the Beast. And maybe we'll side out a different card. We could side out Megamorph. They do normally play triple Book of Moon. Yeah, that could be it. Question mark. I don't know. I really want to keep it in. I think this card has a lot of value. But yeah, I think that's just right. I think it's just right to side it out in game 2. Especially because they saw it game 1. So they're more likely to probably leave in their Book of Moons. Alright, opening hand is... it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Gear Frame can search Fortress. We might play into a Mind Crush by doing that, though. So we got to be a little careful. They're going to dust shoot us. Okay. That being the case, I think our hand is pretty resilient to that. They can take Gear Frame, which I think is the obvious pick. Yeah, it's definitely the obvious pick. I want to set up for a turn where we bring out the Gear Golem. Our opponent's super polite, saying please, freeing the manatees, lover of nature, and a lover of the world. If you're a lover of nature, smash like, subscribe. If you want to free the manatee, make sure and subscribe. Alright. Gear Frame goes back. I think the plan at this point is to maybe... Maybe we Scrap Recycler send Fortress? Maybe this is wrong. We could have just pitched it to summon Fortress. But I think this is okay. Yeah, I think this is alright. And then we'll attack for 900. I want to get in my chip points. Looks like they didn't have a monster to summon, so we're actually kind of chilling. I'm going to set Dust Tornado, and I'm going to pass. I don't want to go for Mausoleum into back row. It gets like blown out by everything. I don't really want to go for Machina Fortress into potential Royal Oppression before our Dust Tornado set. Exploder Dragon. Okay. Okay, never mind. Maybe they did just have the Exploder Dragon. This card's pretty good in this matchup. No cap. That's a lot of back row. That's a lot of back row. Alright. That's a great draw. That's a really good draw. So we'll set this. And then we'll send it to the grave to set this. Activate Gear Town effect. See if they have a response. They have Royal Oppression. They're going to pay 800. We're going to chain Dust Tornado, target the Royal Oppression. They're going to Dark Bribe. Okay. So we're going to draw a Terraforming. The Gear Town's going to get negated, but we're actually in an okay spot, I think. We could Gear Golem trade with the Exploder Dragon, but I'd rather trade the Machina Fortress with it, but then I also would rather not have this be face up. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, I think we just got to pass. The issue is if we flip this and they have Red Eyes, they can pay 2,000 to bring out Red Eyes. Yeah, we could Royal Oppression the effect when they try to bring back Exploder, but then we're just going to be taking a big hit. Exploder Dragon doesn't present any damage threat, so we don't actually have to kill it right away. Of course, we draw the third Fortress, which was kind of the reason I wanted to mitigate that by sending it off the whatever. But now because we do have the third Fortress, I think I'm okay with activating Mausoleum and then just paying 2,000 to normal summon the Fortress. Yeah, I think Fortress is the right one. And then we got to get this Exploder Dragon out of here. Torrential Tribute. Well, that's just good for us. That's amazing. Thank you. Actually, please. Please. We would have had to trade 1 for 1. Now we got a 2 for 1. That's the best case scenario for us. Alright. Our life points are a little low. We have to be kind of careful. But Ancient Gear Golem beats their whole deck stat-wise. And now their Torrential Tribute is gone, which is excellent, actually. Very happy about that. I think they misused their resource a little bit just there. That might cost them the game. Might cost them the game. Ooh, another back row. 2 more back rows? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. More field spells, obviously awkward. Now we're in the camp where once we pay 2,000, it might be the last time we get to pay 2,000. I think we just have to do it, though. I think we're just kind of in a spot where, like, we can't just keep giving them turns. Yeah, alright. They had Space Typhoon. That's okay, I think, because now they can't, like, bring out their monsters. But they're too high for us to really try to take advantage of this situation with, like, burning them out under royal oppression. Drago. Okay. We need to find Ancient Gear Beast. They have White Knight Dragon. Interesting. Starlight Road. Not great. No cap. I got a Terraforming to deck then. There's only one other target left in our deck. It's Gear Town anyway. And we have to find an out to this literally next turn. We have to top deck Ancient Gear Beast, basically. I'm going to set Starlight Road, and I'm going to pass. I think we might just die. Any monster kills us. Totem Dragon, anything. Okay, now Royal Oppression is off the table for us, which is tough. Gear Frame. That keeps us alive a turn. We can summon it and search the Peacekeeper. We will go to 100, but we just need to do this in order to stay in the game. Then we gotta pass. Yeah. Damn. This is tough. This is really tough. Nobleman of Extermination. Okay. Do we have a second one of those? We don't. Brain Control. Alright. They got us. Wow. Okay. I'll say GG. Because that was a good one. That was a good one. They had their own Royal Oppression. I think for that reason we do need Giant Trunade. We do need Giant Trunade. Yeah. Mirror Force also didn't look bad. But I think I'm okay with just our general configuration. Royal Oppression might be too one-sided. I think it might be too good for them. They had Dark Bribe to protect it that game too. Iron Wall didn't look as exciting as it normally does. I might be more interested in like the Mirror Force Torrential sort of thing here. Or even Megamorph. Yeah, let's go Mirror Force. I like Mirror Force. That makes the most sense. Drago runs over Gear Frame, so having Mirror Force is like a good little parry to that. Ooh, this opening is really, really nice. We get to go Gear Town into Mausoleum. Special summon out the dragon from our deck. Where is that boy? Here's the dragon. And then we actually can do some cool stuff. We can summon the Peacekeeper and equip it to the Gattletron Dragon. So summon this guy, activate, equip it to the dragon, and this prevents us from a lot of different things, really. This prevents us from like Smashing Ground. Book of Moon will get us a search, and I think I don't know if we want to set the Typhoon, but we're going to. It's a little bit high risk. They probably won't go for Heavy Storm into Peacekeeper Unknown Field Spell. So I'm pretty confident setting the Space Typhoon here, but I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong about it. Now that the Gattletron Dragon is in play, it's actually quite difficult for them to deal with. There's no bottomless torrential shenanigans. Oppression is a total blank at this point, and Mirror Force and Deep Prison just can't be activated when this card attacks. So I think we're actually just in a position to... Whoa, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, let's attack it with the dragon. Whatever it is, just happy to see it go. Mass Dragon, alright. That's fine. Totally fine. I don't want to continue to play into Torrential Tribute, so I'm not going to summon this Gear Frame quite yet. I'm actually just going to pass. Just play it safe. Don't want to play into anything that we don't need to play into. Standby phase, all good. Main phase 1. They could do something like with her Red Eyes, I think. Do some interesting things with that. But no matter what, they're going to have to trade a card to give me a search with the Peacekeeper. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So that goes. That's fine. Exploder Dragon gets destroyed. And then this little guy goes, and we get to search out a machine gear frame. Nice little +1. Happy about that. Card advantage matters a lot in this matchup, especially with regards to like the back rows. So there's the smashing ground. And that's okay. That's okay. Next turn we can maybe do something like Trunade, gear frame, Drago gets summoned. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't do anything. End phase reveal Red Eye's Darkness Metal. Okay. Does that do anything? I don't think that does much. I think we're just in the camp of like Trunade plus go off. I want to Typhoon first. Nah, I just want to Trunade first. Yes. Okay. Nice. Boarding in the Trunade, huge help here. Huge help for sure. Gear frame, activate. Go find Fortress. Now we could get blown out by a Cyber Dragon if we go all in here, but I'm willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take that risk. I'm going to pay 2,000. Normal summon out the Gear Dragon. I'm going to pitch the other gear frame, I think, to summon this. That could be wrong. That could be wrong, but whatever. We're going to do this. Then we're going to go to battle phase. We'll go Gadgetron Dragon over the Drago. This is in case they have Gores. Of course, this deck is very unlikely to have Gores, but just in case, we'll go 18 and then 25. So something that's happening is they can Mausoleum, but then we can chain Typhoon to the Mausoleum. So we're actually in a pretty good spot. I'm going to equip to the Gear Dragon, again, because the Gear Dragon is just a better card. If the Fortress gets destroyed by battle, I'm okay with that. And then I'll get my pop and like whatnot. You get the idea. Also, the Fortress can come back pretty easily because we have the Gear Dragon in play. They have no Totem Dragon. They can use our Mausoleum, but we can chain Typhoon to it, put him to 600, and just put him in a really bad spot. This is a very difficult Gadget Dragon for them to deal with. GG's. GG's. Nice. Nice. I wonder what was in their hand. Very curious. Thanks for the game. Thank you too. Hope you free the manatee. Thumbs up. This is your deck that I net decked. Smiley face. How is it performing? I'll ask them the big questions, the heavy hitter questions. Really well, honestly. Oh, it's good to hear. It's good to hear. I'm curious why they didn't go for the Mausoleum. You could have used Mausoleum here and been in an okay spot. Yeah. Something to keep in mind. Something to keep in mind for sure. Just so they know about the play. I don't gotta tell them that I had Typhoon set. Yeah. Dang. You too. Alright, I'm gonna get another game. Round 2. Round 2 fight versus Limbo. Limbo's gonna pick Rock. Yeah. If they don't say, good luck, have fun, they always pick Rock. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Unless they don't. But of course, in this case, I was never wrong. Never wrong, never lost. Alright, we started with the Peacekeeper. We've got a lot of back row. And we could terraforming into something, but I don't really see the need to do that quite yet. I'm just going to set the Peacekeeper, and pass. I do kind of want to threaten, I don't know, everything in the world. But we have, honestly, very little defense. If our opponent just does something like summon an Aaron, that could be a problem. Yeah, that could be a problem. Could be annoying. No cap. No cap. Lumina. Alright, that's actually great for us. It's actually great for us. We can oppression that and just win the game. I'm super happy they didn't go for Aaron. I am super happy. What the hell? They didn't go for anything. All right. All right. In that case, let's go ahead and get our mausoleum on. Let's go terraforming. Go get mausoleum. Add this to our hand. Activate it. Pay 2,000. Normal summon Machina Fortress. Flip summon the Machina Peacekeeper. We're going to attack directly with the Peacekeeper first. I'm like 9,000% certain they have Gores. Limbo's typing in the chat. Require 2 tributes. Yeah. What? Yeah. Of course, yes. Yes, it does require 2 tributes. They're going to drop Trag. Interesting. So in this instance, I think it is best to Fortress plus Limiter over the Trag. In main phase 2, we can equip the Peacekeeper and protect our Fortress from dying and search a gear frame in the end phase. Main phase 2, declare the effect of Peacekeeper, equip to the Fortress. End phase, of course, use the Peacekeeper to save the Fortress from being destroyed and search gear frame. Now I think we're set up to win this one. We've got Road to protect us from like a sweeper. We've got Royal Oppression to stop the Lumina. The only issue is Cold Wave at this point. Cold Wave is the biggest problem. All right. Well, there it is. There's the Cold Wave. Now they have the option to fucking do a lot, actually. They could do a lot here. Lumina. All right. That's fine. Pitch Wolf. Bring back Lila. That's all good. Lila's going to break a back row. The middle one. It's okay. That's the worst one. That's the best case scenario for us. They're going to bring back Plague. They might make Catastrophe here. Yeah, I could see them making Catastrophe here. Yep, there it is. Catastrophe is going to trade with the Fortress. Well, not trade with. It's going to destroy the Fortress, unfortunately, for us. But it's just the way it goes. If we top deck a machine, we're actually in a decent spot. They mill 3, so they stacked Allure, so they have no darks in their hand. That's good to know about. They have no darks. Can't terraforming, unfortunately. Damn. In this case, I actually think it's best to just pass. In order to out the Catastrophe, we have to top deck a machine. The Lila can't switch on their turn. They can threaten JD, but we can oppression it. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think we're just going to pass. We take 2,200. Don't get me wrong. That's bad. That's very bad, but I think this is just the best course of action. And now the Cold Wave is gone too. So that was kind of like the biggest threat to our stability in positioning, and now it's gone. The only way they could get it back at this point is like Magical Stone Excavation, and I don't think a lot of people are onto that tech in Lightsworns quite yet. All right, opponent's got 4 names. They'll probably try to special summon JD. No, they're just going to try to ride this. That's good for us too, because if they force the oppression now, main phase 2, maybe they have a Raikou. Card destruction. Jeez. Okay. Okay, that's bad. That's real bad. Oh, now it's fine. Never mind. Now it's all right. We pitch the Gear Dragon. Bring back Fortress. Nice. And now we can summon the Gear Frame and search another Fortress. That was almost terrible. But worked out in the end. I think leaving them with Lila in play is not good. So we pitch the Golem and special summon out the other Fortress. And although I would have liked to summon this card, I think this is the better play. We'll activate the effect of Gear Frame, equip it to Fortress, and then in the battle phase, we'll attack Lila with this Fortress, and then we'll attack Catastrophe with this Fortress, They'll declare the effect of Catastor. We'll lose the gear frame, and they'll take 300 damage. Nice. All right. Our position actually looks good. The only thing that really breaks this now is Cyber Dragon. And I don't believe they're maining Cyber Dragon. I don't believe it. Especially with cards like Allure in their deck. I think we're just good to win this game. I think we're good to win. Set monster. Wow. What an insane draw. So here we pay 1,000. Normal summon out the Ancient Gear Beast. Ancient Gear Beast over the set monster. That will permanently negate the effects. Then we'll attack directly for 2,500. They might have Gores. They might have Gores. But they might not. This has been a tricky game to navigate for sure. For sure. No Gores, that's great. That's just, wow. We got really lucky. We got 2 really lucky top decks. But I think we put ourselves in the best position to win this game. So that's, ooh, okay, how many hamsters is that? That's 2 hamsters. 2 hamsters, 2 Raikos. That's a lot of the set monsters. The Gear Beast is looking great. Gotta be careful of Honest in this matchup. Nice. That was great. That was super, super good. Okay, cool. So we've got Light Mirror. It's obviously great in this matchup. I think Skill Drain is also pretty good. So we got 4 ways to just like flood out their monster effects. Royal Oppression, while it does stop certain things, I don't know if it's like as good as just negating the effects of the things. Basically, Magic Cylinder, don't really love that in this matchup. That can go. Megamorph, that can stay. I think just having the damage push cards is pretty good. Breaker seems terrible. Let's side that out. Let's also side out Mystical Space Typhoon and Heavy Storm. We get to bring in another card tier too. It could be, I'm thinking either Torrential Tribute or potentially even Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. It also could be Gores. Gores isn't bad. They're likely going to have Cyber Dragon. So I think maybe we leave the Royal Oppression in. It's possible that's the play. Let's go ahead and leave the Royal Oppression in. And we'll do this. I think this looks like the best configuration. Mirror Force might also be better as Gores. We have to be careful of setting the Peacekeeper again because of Aaron. In the first game, they could have gone for Aaron and just completely wrecked us. But they didn't, thankfully. They just went for Lumina and gave us a whole free turn. And I think that sequencing from them was the reason why we won the game. Most definitely. They like didn't try to play their cards into our back row. They just passed and gave us time. Okay, this opening hand is very aggressive. Very, very aggressive, actually. And they have Card Trooper, which means we're going to get in a big hit here. Unless they milled Necro. Ooh, they milled Wolf. Ugh, gross. They have Threatening Roar. That's good to know about. Cyber Dragon. That's big. That means we can eat the Card Trooper without having to spend... What is that card called? The Gear Town. So we could go Cyber Dragon first. I want to put up 2 Gadget Dragons. Or maybe I just want to put up the 1. I think we go Cyber Dragon, eat the Card Trooper, go into Chimera Tech, and then we go Terraforming, go get Gear Town, and then we'll go Gear Town. So set this, send that to the grave, set this, activate, special summon out the Gear Dragon from the deck. They could have Honest, which really ruins my vibe, but then we can summon it back in main phase 2 and still have this one in our hand. So that's my plan. Let's see if they have Honest. No, they don't. Thank goodness. And 2000 Direct's actually good because Gores is whatever. Trag is a little annoying, but Gores is whatever because it can't get over the Gear Dragon. Heavy Storm being gone is like fine for us. Let's set the road. Again, we'll make them deal with the Gear Dragon. We'll make them deal with it, and then we'll bring it back with the second copy of Gear Town here. Or the Mausoleum at the end. The second copy being the one in play. Yeah, you get the idea. They switch both to attack mode. Okay, so we're going to take 700. Maybe they have Honest now? No, they just switched it to attack mode. Lumina, alright. Effect is good. Pitch Arcus, also good. Gonna bring back Arcus. They're just gonna try to mill a lot. Be my guest. Mills 2, there's Foolish Burial, Jane, Aaron, Raiko. Now they have full 4 names. JD is live, but that's a good thing for us because we've got Starlight Road. Okay. This turn, I want to clear both Lightsworns in the case of Celestia, but maybe I don't even need to. Maybe I just flip Gear Town, normal Ancient Gear Beast, run over Gores, run over Lumina, I think is the plan. Yeah, so we'll flip Gear Town, normal summon Ancient Gear Beast. And then we'll go Battle Phase, Gadget Dragon over the Gores for 300. And then Gear Beast over Lumina for 1,000. Nice, nice. Their life points are getting quite low. Main Phase 2, do we want to use this extra? I still think we just pass. I think we just leave the Gear Town up. I think we just chill out, we vibe. The token can trade with the Gear Beast, which is whack, but we already got the Lumina out of it, so it's like a 2-for-1. Or a 1-for-1 because the token was free. And I'll take a 1-for-1 there. And there's no world they go Celestia, just target 1 card here. Okay, Plague is big. Plague is actually really big. Plague is really big, yeah. Damn. Alright. That's an issue. That's a big issue. That's going to destroy the Gear Dragon. We need to find a Union monster. This is okay, they both die. We have a little bit of time to find the Union monster, but not a ton of time. Yeah. Okay. We'll pass. We'll pass. It's unfortunate, but Catastrophe does kind of wreck this deck. It's one of the biggest weaknesses. I could have maybe held my Cyber Dragon a little bit longer just because of it. That's rough. That's a hamster. I think what we're going to do is we're going to special summon Machina Fortress. Just because it gives us a blocker, gives us a little bit of time. We can run over the set monster. If it's Raiko, they might target the fortress. It's Necrogardna. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Alright. That changes things. There goes the fortress. Main phase 2. Do they have another monster they want to set? They do. Alright. Skill Drain. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. I don't actually want to attack their set monster. All things considered. I do want to bring back the fortress. I do want to bring this back. And I want to set Skill Drain. They could have Royal Decree. That's okay. That's okay. I'm willing to take that risk. I'm willing to take that risk. Main phase 1. What have they got here? Plague Spreader Zombie. Okay. That's fine. Flip Raiko. Target the back row. I'm going to chain my back row, which is Skill Drain. No mills for you. No mills. Armory Arm. That's a concern. That's big damage. That's 3,200. But then we pop their ally. I think we're alright. I think we're stable. I think we're stable. The skill drain is big. It's giving us a lot of hope. Necrogardna, a little bit of an issue. But the skill drain is holding us here. The position is a little shaky. They have a back row. They're just going to pass. That's wild. Solemn Judgment is good. Solemn Judgment is good. I think what we want to do is we want to run over the Catastor. Yeah, we want to run over the Catastor. We'll attack Catastor here. This is the worst if they have like Dust Tornado. Okay, they're going to use the Necrogardna. Perfect. Now we set Solemn, and now we kind of secure things a little bit. We have to be careful of the Armory Arm play if we do end up having to Solemn. But it's just that. It's just the Armory Arm play. Actually, they can't even equip the Armory Arm because skill drain. Never mind. Alright. Alright, that's good. That's a really good draw. Let's go ahead and run over the Catastor. They forced the Necrogardna last turn. Threatening Roar. They're doing everything to defend this position. But I think at this point it's a little bit late. Their Heavy Storm is gone. Cold Wave doesn't stop skill drain. It's possible I should be trying to get the Gear Dragon in play now. Okay, there's Solar Recharge Pitch Wolf. That's probably what they stacked with Plague. Mill JD Cyber Dragon. That's really good. Really, really good actually. Two cards I'm happy they did not draw, basically. They're still going to pass. Alright. Now, all things considered, I am going to pitch this Gear Dragon, bring back the other Fortress. That was a nice top deck, actually. I think I'm going to leave the extra Gear Town stuff in deck. Maybe not. Maybe I go grab the last Gear Town. Yeah, and clear their whole board. I like that, actually. I like just putting them on the most ridiculous clock imaginable. So Gear Town goes. We set this one. This one activates. Special summon out the Ancient Gear Gadget Dragon. We'll flip Gear Town. We'll attack with the Gadget Dragon over the... Oh, wait. We'll attack last. No. We'll do that first. We'll do that first. If they have Trigodia, I kind of want to remove that. Yeah. So they take 800 there. And then we'll attack the Raikou. And then we'll attack the Plague. And then I think we're pretty set up to win. I don't know what could beat us from here. There could be something, but I really don't know what could beat us from here. Cold Wave. I am going to Solemn that. Don't want to deal with that. I think our back row is just good enough. Yeah, we'll bottomless the Cyber Dragon. Yep. And then card destruction. That's okay. They pitch Celestia Wolf. All right, draw 2. Space Typhoon target skill drain. All right. Did they find JD? Maybe they found Dark Armed. Oh, Chaos Sorcerer. That doesn't matter. They're still dead. Oh, no, they're not still dead. They banished the Gear Dragon. All right, they survive a turn. They survive a turn, but they can't even activate JD. And now they don't survive a turn, right? Because we just killed them. Battle phase, Fortress attack, and then Recycler plus Fortress is game. GG's. GG's, Limbo. Well played. GG's. Ooh. Ooh. Damn, bro. Damn, no GG's back? Damn. That was a good game. Aw. Damn. 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 McDraco sack. Got a game versus Mr. Asterisk. They're probably gonna pick Rock. Damn, they pick Scissors. Such a weird choice in today's metagame. Such a weird choice. Off kilter, really. Off kilter. Hand looks good going second, though. Actually looks really solid going second. Hopefully we can just get in a ton of damage and just close things out. Rhoda. Rhoda for Stratos. I've seen this before, yep. Yeah, that's the only thing you Rhoda for in this format. There's no other Rhoda targets. It's going to grab either Alias or Malicious. Or Evil Guy. Yep, there's Malicious. Okay, so they're playing Diva Hero. Diva Hero can be a tough matchup, but if we get in fast damage, like, let's say we go Gear Frame. We could Scrap Recycler. We could do a lot, actually. We could do a lot. Let's just summon the Cyber Dragon first. I think that's the plan. And I think also perhaps we Gear Frame. Perhaps we do Gear Frame here. Nah. No, that's okay. We'll just attack. They don't want to Wind Blast here. That's good news. Good news. Good news for us. Okay. Main phase 2. That being the case, we go Gear Frame, Search, Fortress. And then we equipped Cyber Dragon? Question mark? They searched Malicious. They gotta have a discard trap, right? Maybe I just pass. Maybe I just pass. Yeah, it's possible we just fucking die, obviously. But you know what? Whatever. I'll take those odds. I'll take those odds. They're gonna pass as well. Interesting. Giving us a chance to kill them. Unfortunately, we have no way to really pop this back row. But I do want to deal 3,000 if possible. We could even deal more. I think we could try to proc. We could try to proc a sweeper. So let's activate Gear Frame. Go get the Fortress. I'm actually going to try to proc a sweeper here. I'm going to attack with both. I would love if this is a sweeper. Okay, no sweeper. No sweeper at all. Interesting. Interesting. Main phase 2. Think. I can either equip the Gear Frame to the Cyber Dragon, or I can set... Or I could just contact into Chimera Tech. Either way, we're kind of getting fucking destroyed by Diva. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to equip the Gear Frame to the Cyber Dragon. And I'm going to pass. A discard trap on either of these is okay. I mean, it sucks, but it's okay. Now they're at 3,800. Next turn, I can just go for game. Next turn, I can do it. I could have maybe done it this turn, but the chances of them having a sweeper are just too high. Just way too high. But next turn, we can for sure do some stuff. Because we can go, like, summon this, summon Fortress if we draw another machine. And then have just, like, a million ways to force through damage. Brain Control. Okay, now they're dangerously low. They could sack this for Malicious. There's the Malicious, okay. But that's fine. That's totally okay. First things first. If we go Scrap Recycler, send Gear Frame, shuffle back both Gear Frames, we can draw a card. Is that optimal? Yes, it is optimal. And the reason it's optimal is because Scrap Recycler can attack over Malicious. So, we'll do that. We'll go Scrap Recycler, activate the effect. I can send one machine from my deck to the grave. I'm going to send Machine a Gear Frame. And then I'm going to activate second effect. Drawing another field spell here would be really, really perfect. Shuffle these two in, draw a card. And there's another field spell. Perfect. All right, terraforming number 1. This is going to go find Gear Town. Going to activate nothing. I'm going to set Gear Town. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because they can chain to the terraforming. So I'll terraforming for the other Gear Town now. There's some consideration to playing around main deck Mind Crush, but that's not real. That's not real. I'm going to be honest. It's just not real. Set Gear Town. I'll see if this is okay. They're going to Space Typhoon it. Okay. Well, now you just lose for sure. Activate Gear Town. Special summon out the Ancient Gear Dragon. And then, yeah. That was a throw. Okay. Against this deck, what do I like? I do like the Magic Cylinder. I like all the burn stuff in this deck. I do like Mind Control a fair bit in this deck. Or not in this deck, in this matchup. I also really like the Shadow Mirrors. I know it's like awkward because they have like Dust Tornado, or not Dust Tornadoes, but Wind Blast and shit. But as long as we can get that. Imperial Iron Wall is also great. Also Royal Oppression is great. But Royal Oppression is very one-sided, and I think we need our special summons a little bit more than they need theirs. Because our special summons are better than theirs. So I think actually the Royal Oppression is not really where we want to be. I think we want to have... Heavy Storm is not that good, but it does proc our Gear Town, so maybe we just leave it in because it's like a combo piece. We're bringing the Shadow Mirror, so I'm going to side out the Breaker. I'm also probably going to side out Future Fusion. I think it's a little too slow. So I bring out those 3 cards, and then I have this configuration. I might also want to have like Torrential or like some other defense going second, just to stop stupid fucking Catastor. That and maybe Gores or Dusties. If we bring in the Torrential, it's got to be over one of our dudes, which is unfortunate. I don't really like siding out the dudes. I think they're all great draws. And I don't like siding out like the combo kill stuff. I think that's all important too. Maybe it's Bottomless Trap Hole. Yeah, Torrential's a little bit better than Bottomless going second. Now that I'm thinking about it. And we could also bring in the Dusties, but... We'll see if they have a lot of Wind Blast stuff. We only saw Typhoon that game, so... I don't really know what deck they're playing still. They could be even playing the Frog deck, for all I know. And they could have just bricked that game. Set monster, set back row. Okay. Interesting. I think our turn is going to consist of setting Solemn Judgment, setting Bottomless, and passing. We could also set the Peacekeeper too. I think we're going to set the Peacekeeper. I just want to get it in play. I want to be able to have a turn where I can Terraforming for Mausoleum out the Ancient Gear Golem, and then equip it with the Peacekeeper. Typhoon the Bottomless, blind. Okay, that's fine. That's all good. Yeah, I think we're going to have a good turn at some point because of the nature of these cards. Setting another monster. All right. Ooh, Starlight Row's a beautiful draw. So now we can Terraforming. And I think we do get Mausoleum. So we'll grab Mausoleum here. It's going to pay 2,000. We got to be careful with Caius. We're going to be forced to Solemn a Caius. Ew. I don't like that at all. But it's just what we got to do. 2,000. Normal summon Ancient Gear Golem. Flip summon Peacekeeper. Declare the effect. I want to equip to Ancient Gear Golem here. Now we've got at least one protection from a destruction effect. They can't Mirror Force this. They can't do anything. I'm going to attack the second set monster. I think it's more likely to be like a Sangin or something. It's a Fossil Dyna. Okay, they take 1,700. Whoa. Does this gain attack? He's only 3,000. I don't think he gains the attack. He doesn't gain attack. Yeah, okay, cool. Main phase 2, I'll go ahead and set the Starlight Road. And I think I will set the limited removal. There's a chance we use it. A low chance, but there is a chance. Standby phase is good. Main phase 1 is good. Fossil Dyna. That's a nasty trick. It's a nasty trick. They could make a Gaia. Gaia's pretty good too. Gaia might be a reason we want to set the limiter. Alternatively, we could just take the hit. Peacekeeper falls off. We get a search gear frame and then just be in a great spot. So it's not the worst. Just trying to think about our life total. Managing the life total is the most important thing. Okay, Sax Treeborn. Dang, 4 malicious. Okay, that means there's a Miracle Fusion on the horizon. That's fine. They're going to Miracle Fusion here. And that's also fine. This is also fine. They make Absolute Zero, but Absolute Zero just trades with the Peacekeeper. And we get a search. So, that's all good. All good. And they've already normaled, so what else you got? What else you got? You feel me? Draw for turn is something. As soon as DB stops lagging. Their malicious is banished now too. We have a lot of really good ways to take over this game. Come on, dude. DB lag is insane. Turn too late on this, but that's okay. We'll go main 1. Battle phase. Attack with the Ancient Gear Golem. That dies. They take 500. You take 500. Yeah, you take 500. It doesn't count itself. Yeah, no. Accept Elemental Hero Absolute Zero. They take 500. Then this guy activates. We get to go search our gear frame to hand. Main phase 2. I will normal summon Machina Gear Frame. Activate the effect to search. Go find Machina Fortress. And once again, I will equip this to the Ancient Gear Golem. And set Iron Wall. Yeah, let's set the Iron Wall and pass. We have lethal if they do nothing. We just attack with Gear Golem and limiter removal. And if they do something, then we can stop it, pretty much. We have all the best stops right now. They're viewing their extra deck. They could make Gaia. But we have Iron Wall. We can just chain that to the Miracle. If they have it. Even if they do have Gaia, though, it just deals us a little bit of damage. No big deal. Here's Cyber Dragon. Okay, that I need to think. We could solemn that and pretty much guarantee a win. I think I'm going to solemn that. I think I'm going to solemn it. Yeah. I think that's the most good play I could make. And then if they have Catastor, like Diva into Catastor, our Gear Golem still beats that because Miracle Fusion, we have Iron Wall for that. They could have Space Typhoon. I could see that maybe being something. Nah, nothing. GG's. GG's, Mr. Asterisk. Ancient Gears. Ancient Gears. Defeating the best deck in the format, Diva Hero. Opponent made a few questionable plays. Didn't really fully understand the Absolute Zero, but I don't think it would have changed much this game, to be honest. I think we just had a really good setup. Got a game versus Sice. Sice normally picks paper. Yep. Sice goes paper, scissors a lot. I'm going to paper rock. Are you Mr. 4K now? Damn it. Not quite. Actually, at the time this video goes up, I probably will be. I think I'm at like 39.90 or something. But soon. Soon I'll be Mr. 4K. Soon, 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 soon. Like 10 off as of right now. Opening hand is solid. Can't complain about it at all. I love this deck. I think this deck just draws well all of the time. Oh my goodness. Our peacekeeping boy. Alright, we got a lot of plays. I'm playing a meme deck and bricked, sorry. Nice way of telling me you have Gore's Lel. I'm going to type not type. I'm going to search Gear Town. Let's go Gear Town. Let's go Gear Boys. Hopefully, if you're playing a meme deck, you'll get bopped. You'll get bopped this turn. I have lethal, so I'm just gonna go for it. I'm gonna Typhoon my own Gear Town. Special summon out the Gear Dragon. And then pitch summon Fortress. Attack for 8,000. Hopefully no Gores. Yep. Alright, cool. Don't even get to see the deck, but they're playing a meme deck, and you know what they say about meme decks. Don't gotta side. He said he wasn't kidding. LOL. I thought you were 5-head bluffing me. I don't remember what Sice plays. I don't even know what meme decks are even in this format. Stardust Assault Mode. Like, literally, I don't even know what meme decks are in this format. Where's my phone? There it is. What do I have on my schedule of stuff to play? I've got some cool ideas for decks, and I've got a long list of things that people have sent me. I do appreciate everyone sending me deck lists. Keeps the content fresh. I steal a lot of ideas. I don't necessarily use them card for card, but I do use a lot of them. I think one of the cooler ideas I saw recently was, I believe, a duelist by the name of... Okay, they're playing Absolute Zero. Wish I would have cited for that, but whatever. But yeah, a duelist by the name of Eagles Fan sent me a Norlaris quick draw deck, and that's one of the more recent ones I saw. And I've had a little bit of fun playing around with different ideas with that. I might do something with that in the future. This isn't a meme deck at all. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? This isn't a meme deck at all. This is literally the best deck in the format with an Aqua Dolphin in it. How is this a meme deck? All right. Yeah, Stratos. Diamond Dude. Okay, maybe it is a little bit of a meme deck. Maybe it is a little bit of a meme deck. I can accept that. Can we kill them? Hold up. Ah, that's awkward. I was thinking maybe we could kill... I mean, we still probably can kill them, right? Let's see. If we go... Gear Frame, Fortress, Gadget Dragon... It's not quite lethal. I don't think their back row is real. I think it's fucking Royal Decree. I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass out here. I'm just gonna go for all of it. I'm gonna go for all of it. We're gonna go set. Send to the graveyard to set. Activate Gear Town. Special summon out the Gear Dragon. Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking go all in, man. Again. No reason not to. Grab the Fortress. Pitch Gear Beast, Special Fortress. Battle Phase, I'm just not going to give a fuck. Gadget Dragon attacks. That's 1,200. Gear Frame attacks 1,800. Fortress attacks 2,500. And then Typhoon on the set card. Activate the effect. Special summon out the Gear Dragon from my deck. Hopefully they have nothing. And then 3,000 direct. Nice. GG's. Yeah. That's a meme. Meme for sure. What was set? What was set? I want to see if it was Decree. I want to see if I was right. What the fuck? What the fuck? I've never seen this card in my life. Whoa. Max mill is 10. I guess we're going to see a cool brew. Speaking of cool brews, he said it's kind of bad. Huh. This is crazy cool. This is actually kind of sick nasty. Okay, Fusion Recovery. I'm not the biggest fan of this card because it requires you to play bad cards in your deck, but this card is kind of sick. Space Gift is sick. You could Rescue Cat into 2 Panther Pot of Greed. That's fucking sweet. Rainbow, what the fuck is this? Banishing 7 dark monsters with different names from your graveyard. Oh. You said you watched recent bit. I heard you can convert contact, put debris, and chaos sorcerer online. Yeah, you can. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually a sick setup. Or junk synchron. Yeah. You can set up like all sorts of cool shit with the cross porter. Yeah. This is sick. This is really cool. I should mess with this deck a bit more. Anyway, see you guys in the next match. Got a game versus Seto Flyba. I like this guy's username. It's fire. Alright. We gotta do the fucking rock here. He's also picking rock. I'm picking rock again. God damn it. Alright, he got us. He got us. One thing I like about the Ancient Gear deck is it actually does a lot with the battle phase. I think I've mentioned this in like every other match so far, but going second doesn't feel quite as bad with this deck. Like, I'm fine going second right now. Love the vids. Oh, thanks. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Ooh, Free the Manatee's watching us. Shout out Free the Manatee. Okay, we got some powerful hand inclusions here. I think the best move, the most calculated, cold, and psychopathic move is to summon Gear Frame, activate the effect, go get ourselves Machina Fortress. I think the plan this game is to force out the back row. And the best way to force out the back row, well, I want to say it's with a Gear Dragon, but it could also be with the Fortress. Yeah, well, if the back row's Mirror Force, then yeah, I think it's the best way to do it this way. Because I want to force out the back row, have it being, like oppression, bottomless, that kind of stuff. And this forces that, basically. If it's Mirror Force, then they can't actually Mirror Force on the Gear Dragon. So yeah, we'll go Gear Dragon, attack the set monster. It's Batteryman Micro Cell. Okay. Well, our opponent's playing a meme deck, so they special summon out this guy. What does this guy do? He dies, is what he does. Yeah, he just dies. So, he can go bye-bye, and then, yeah. Alright, well, I was hoping I have to actually think this game, but here we are. We'll Gear Frame, equip to the Gadgetron Dragon, set Royal Oppression, and pass. I think we're just in a good spot. Oh, just kidding. We're not in a good spot. We're actually dangerously close to randomly dying. They could have, like, Junk Synchron, Infernal Reckless Summon, that kind of crazy shit. That being said, I just don't care. Because my monster is huge. And it's indestructible. So, make something happen. Okay. Or nothing. That's fine, too. Let's just summon out our hand. Special summon Fortress. Activate Mausoleum, pay 2,000, normal summon Gear Golem, attack with Fortress first. Golem can pierce, so that'll go last. Go Gear Dragon next, 3,000, and then, okay, this is going to attack over the token. Not the token, sorry, the Gorse. There we go. I'm going to set Magic Cylinder. And, do I bring this out? Whatever. This deck just doesn't care about Gorse. This deck just doesn't care about anything. That's why I love this deck. You can kind of just play it. You kind of just play. Like, you have to do a couple lines of thinking, but because of how aggressive it is and how big the monsters are, like, the thinking is a little bit simplified. And so it's easy to commentate. It's easy to have, like, good commentary while I'm playing this deck. As opposed to something like Fairies where I, like, have to fucking play the game and, like, focus completely on that. And then, like, can't be as entertaining as I maybe would like to be. Here's token switching to attack. That's fine. What is this shit? Sure. Batteryman, chart, be my guest. Yeah. I don't even know what this shit does. I'm not going to read it. The Batteryman is on your side of the field. It gains 1,000 attack. If all Batterymen are on your side of the field, it gains 1,000. Okay, whatever. It's like 2,000. What does this do? Each AA. It's just 2,000. It's just a 2,000 monster. They must have Honest. It's the only reason they're doing this. In any case, I mean, we have fucking Magic Cylinder, so it's like, that's just game. Yep. Alright, Battery Man. Battery Man, Battery Man, Battery Man. Lol. It feels mean. We have like 70 floodgates that are just insane against this deck. So, gonna bring them all in, obviously. And that's that. I mean, Royal Oppression's probably insane too. Bottomless doesn't seem good. Mirror Force doesn't seem good. We're never not attacking. Megamorph also doesn't seem good because we're never not attacking. They've got to have Cyber Dragon, but whatever. You know, whatever. Cut the breaker too. This looks good. Let's just run it with this. Not complicate things too much. We could probably leave out a skill drain maybe for, I don't know, the other Starlight. So I feel like if we just establish one floodgate with Starlight, we just crush. Opening hand is very monster heavy, but that could lead us to having like a really good OTK turn. Thunder King Ryo, that does simplify things a fair bit, but not as much as I really care about. I'm going to pitch a Gear Frame because it doesn't really matter to special summon Fortress. If they have Honest, it doesn't even matter. Question mark? Alright, they'll negate with Thunder King. Totally fine. We'll go ahead and normal summon Gear Frame. Activate the effect to search. Go get Fortress again. Can we kill this turn? Hold up. Let me do some quick analyzation. We could go 25, 3k, 55, 73. Can't quite kill this turn. Huh. That being the case, I want to make a huge Gear Golem, I think. Either that or we just attack and pass. Let's just attack and pass. Let's not complicate things too much. Next turn we can go for game. Oh, wait. Main 2. I'm gonna think. Am I gonna think? Do I give a shit about this? Yeah, I guess I will. I'm gonna terraforming for Mausoleum. Pay 2k. Normal summon Gear Golem. Equipped the Gear Golem and now pass. Cool. Awesome. Alright. Yeah. I think this is the best play. Gorge doesn't do shit to this. They need like Cyber Dragon specifically. And I wanted to do all of this before they got down another Thunder King Ryo. That's my biggest concern. Space Typhoon on the Gear Frame. That works. Token and Gorge to attack mode. They must have Honest. That's the only reason. Honest plus Thunder King is actually a pretty good setup. And another Thunder King? Jesus Christ. It's like I'm just playing against a stun deck. Damage, yep. Honest, and then we lose. Alright. Well, they had Typhoon, Gorge, Honest, Thunder King, Thunder King. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can't cap. Maybe the Mirror Force isn't so bad after all. Maybe it isn't so bad after all. Bottomless is also probably okay just for Thunder King. I don't think we need Royal Oppression. I don't think we need that at all. I think we can just have the fair stuff and be alright. Let's go like Bottomless, Mirror Force. It could just be another Bottomless too, because we're going first. No, that's fine. We'll do this. Road could come in over Drain maybe? I don't know. If they draw Gore's 3 games in a row, they're actually cracked. Opening hand is nutso insane. We could go for the Gear Frame, grab Fortress. Set Skill Drain? Is that the plan? It's not a bad plan. We could also set Heavy Storm, but I don't think they're playing that many trap cards. I think we'll just set Skill Drain. Maybe I should have sided this out, actually. You know what? We'll set Skill Drain, set Heavy Storm. No, we'll hold Heavy Storm. It could lead to a combo kill with the Gear Town. So even if they have Heavy Storm here, we still have an OTK next turn. Basically. Just one back row? Dog. Because I found Light Mirror, I'm just gonna I'm just gonna fucking Heavy Storm, question mark? Do they have Gores 3 games in a row? That would be insane. That would actually be insane. Alright, let's attack. Let's attack with the gear frame. Let's do it. Maybe I can get them to set another back row. I'm going to set Heavy Storm and pass. Maybe I can get them to set another back row. Maybe I can get some value out of this skill drain too. Yeah, there's a chance I could get some value out of it. Here's Thunder King. Okay. Thunder King is a problem for our deck, but we got in the necessary damage, I think. Yeah. And we did get them to set another back row. That's beautiful. Okay. So now we'll go for the skill drain first, I think. No, I guess Cyber Dragon straight up baits the Thunder King. Unless they have Honest. Huh. Whatever. Fuck it. Let's go for the Heavy Storm. Let's go for this. Nice. Double bottomless. Beautiful. Special summon Cyber Dragon. Ask him a question. They're going to negate. And then this should just be good enough, I think. Gear Town. Special summon Gear Boy. How far do we want to go on this? I think we can kill them, right? Yeah. Yeah, we can just deal 8,000. Because we grab Mausoleum. And then Mausoleum summons out the Fortress. That makes the most sense. Go get ourselves another Gear Dragon. And did they draw Gores 3 games in a row? Let's find out. There's no way in hell. I don't believe it. GG's. I don't believe it. Yeah. Can't draw Gores that many times. I don't believe it. That was a close one. Thunder King is really scary with Honest. It can solo this deck. No cap. Anyway. See you in the next match. Got a game versus Spliffs Akimbo. Shout out to the Model 18s. This is a huge fan. Aw, thanks. Cheers. Give him scissors. Man, if you were such a huge fan, you'd throw rock, paper, scissors. You'd throw rock, paper, scissors. Even my sister comes. Yo, shout out to your sister. Yo, shout out. Yo, that's dope. Edison's the best. I wonder if her sister likes, or his sister, or their sister actually. I wonder if their sister likes Ancient Gears. My hand sucks. This is not a good card in the opening. This is a better card once I'm already set up, obviously. But this hand does get better with 1 or 2 cards, and it looks like the opponent also has a bit of a slow start. I'm pretty cool just setting Bottomless Trap while I'm passing. And if they want to, like, Heavy Storm me, whatever, we'll take that. We'll take that. Standby phase. Okay. Main phase 1. Airbellum. We'll Bottomless that. That's got to go. Can't be getting poked for our hand. That's kind of scary too, because that means either X-Sabers or Rescue Cat, which is the card on his sleeves. That's pretty dangerous. It's pretty dangerous. Potentially means Heavy Storm 2. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh, it's Equipment Cat. Oh, shit. Okay, that's bad news. It's actually bad news. I mean, we're trading a card in our hand for an Airbellum in their hand, which isn't the worst, but if they hit the Gear Town, like, yo, don't hit the Gear Town. Don't hit the Gear Town. Don't hit the Gear Town. Okay. Hits the limit removal. That's okay. That's okay. I think that was the worst card in our hand. Sheesh. Yeah, sheesh indeed. Sheesh indeed. God damn it. That's insane. DDR? End phase. All right. So this is Equipment Cat, and thank goodness we found that. Thank goodness. Okay, we're going to go Terraforming for Mausoleum, and we're going to play our entire hand this turn. And just not be scared of anything, except maybe Gores. All right, set Gear Town, send it to the graveyard, set the Mausoleum, go get the fucking Gear Dragon, flip the Mausoleum, pay 2k, you know what it is, summon out the Ancient Gear Golem, attack with the Dragon first, in case they have Trag. We'll want to pierce it with the Golem. I mean, if they have Trag, they're going to wait till after the golem attacks, but in case they want to summon it there, it will give us pierce damage. 3k direct. In phase 2, set Royal Oppression, set Solemn Judgment, and pass. Hopefully this is just good enough. Hopefully this is just good enough to win. Equipment Cat. This is a scary deck. It's a very scary deck. It can kill you out of nowhere. Yeah, we do have to Solemn this. And this does limit the amount of times we can Royal Oppression. We can only do this now 2 times. So hopefully they don't have 2 full extenders. Here's Cyber Dragon. We have to negate that with Royal Oppression. And then hopefully no other extender. Please, Brain Control. Oh, that's so bad. That's so bad. That's so bad. I should say Witch. They should take Golem. Yeah, jeez, this is so bad. Main deck Cyber Dragon. No monster. One time, no monster. Dodged a bullet. Dodged a bullet. Okay. Okay. We lose our board, which fucking sucks. But maybe we can figure something out. Top deck. Never lucky. Gross. We gotta pass. Another turn. So many things kill us here. So many things. That doesn't kill us. That doesn't kill us quite yet. That is so funny. If we get killed by a Silver Fang, I'm... Oh my god. GG, lol. GG, lol. That was sick. That was sick. But also fucked up. Never do that to me again, bro. Never do that to me again. Alright, this matchup doesn't seem good. I'm gonna be honest. It really seems bad. I need Dusties for the equip spells. I need... Do I need Road? They had Heavy Storm, Brain Control, Cyber Dragon main deck? You gotta be kidding me. That's wild. Okay. It's cool. Relax. Control yourself. I'm never being attacked. Actually, just kidding, I am. Cylinder doesn't seem that good. Brain seems kind of bad. I think Megamorph is pretty good, though. I think all the field spell stuff is good. I think Heavy Storm is quite bad. Same with Breaker. Well, Breaker could be okay. Because it can, like, pop. The thing with Breaker is, like, do we want to side it out for skill drains? We might want to. We also might want Imperial Iron Wall. It's, like, not a bad floodgate. It prevents Mark of the Rose. It prevents Gigantes. It also prevents, like, the DDR shenanigans. So I think we do actually want it. I think we want to cut maybe some of the slower stuff, which is, like, Future Fusion and probably Mirror Force. Maybe not, though. Maybe it's just Breaker. So that was an odd game one. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Very, very odd. Hopefully we can get a little bit better luck going first. The DDR there was big, actually. That was big. All right. Opening hand. We don't have a lot of stuff to prevent the Airbellum from attacking us directly. So I am going to Mausoleum and just pay 2k and summon the fucking Gear Dragon. Because, like, we have all of the stuff to deal with everything else their deck does, but we don't have the stuff to deal with specifically Airbellum attack directly. So I'm in the camp of just going for the thing turn 1. Even though it's a little bit aggressive, a little bit too fast, putting the Mausoleum into play. Could expose, like, I don't know if they're playing Titanial or Lone Fires or that stuff, but if they are, then this could be on their thing. Cyber Dragon's not good. Oh, Gear Dragon's another. That's actually a good draw. That's actually a good draw. So we can pay 2k. We got to be careful if it's Tomato, but whatever. Also, paying a lot of life points is maybe not the best. What do they set, though? What do they set here? Yeah, it is Tomato. Interesting. Yeah, it's all good. Tomato, you don't take damage. This guy doesn't pierce. Only the Golem does. Yeah, this guy doesn't pierce. If he pierced, he'd be insane. Yeah. Alright, they do get a special summon from their deck. No worries. No worries. A Kimbo Slice. Used to tributing gadgets, for real, for real. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Mismatched tomato artworks. Interesting. I wonder what they meant by this. This is going to deal damage, which is good. We need to deal damage. That's the plan. Damage is the plan. They grab their monster. This is a little awkward. They could tribute set a Cyber Dragon. It's actually a play they could make. And that would neuter us pretty badly. Sangan. Interesting choice. Interesting choice. Normally you grab Monk, but Sangan makes sense. Sangan makes sense. It's not like the weirdest thing to grab. They do have plants now for Mark of the Rose, but we have Dust Tornado for that, so this is okay. This is okay. They're going to Synchro. Go ahead and make a 6-star, which I'm going to negate with Royal Oppression. I can't let that resolve. Unfortunately. For your boy, we can't let that resolve. Hopefully you don't have Heavy Storm again. Sangan Search is good. But at the same time, we have lethal next turn because we can normal Cyber Dragon and attack for 8,100. Ideally won't have to do that, but yeah. Do got the lethals. Grabs Rescue Cat. Makes sense. End phase. Pass. Okay, no Gorge one time. No Gorge one time. Pay 1,000 off the Mausoleum. Normal summon Cyber Dragon. Yep. Okay, cool. Cool. They saw the writing on the wall. Things are a little different going second. I saw the tomatoes and I saw the Sangans. I kind of want Shadow Imprisoning Mirror for that. This also stops Monk. But it's like very... It's narrow, right? It's narrow. It only stops those cards, really. And is that the battle we want to fight? I guess. That's what I need to think about. Damn. The issue with this deck is fucking Mark of the Rose. That shit's a problem. I think I might need to bring back in the Breaker. Just to fight the Mark of the Rose. Maybe not. Maybe Skill Drain's good enough. No, I have Ancient Gear Beast. I should be fine against the tomatoes and stuff. Yeah, I should be alright. I think this configuration's okay. I think it's okay. I keep forgetting I have that dude. That dude's so good. He's so good. Alright. Good luck. Spliffs Akimbo. Please do not ruin my win streak. He said I'm going to need it for real. For real. Alright. Opening hand. Smooth. This is a very smooth opening hand. Some might call it a smooth rain opening hand. Monk turn 1? Bruh. Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I can't cap. What do they pitch? Pitch DDR. Okay, that's good. That's good. I do not want to see DDR. That's an extender that can let them Rescue Cat again. Rescue Cat activates here. That's also fine. Getting these cards like out of the way like this early on is actually pretty good because this is like one of the ways they can like come back into the game or whatever. They're gonna have double Silver Fang, which makes sense. They probably have the symbols. Yep, there's the symbols. This card is also scarier later in the game because they can take monsters from our graveyard, and our monsters are definitely better than theirs. So, Rescue Cat's gonna activate. It's all good. Gonna go find probably double Airbellum. They can make the first power tool, which searches another symbols and potentially a DDR, I think. Cyber Dragon would be the best draw. Obviously, it would be the best draw. But we have a bunch of good draws, I think. This is beefy defense. Our fortresses can't attack over it. So they're going to grab randomly one of these 3 equips. We're going to get to see those 3. I think it's going to be 2x symbols and the DDR. Actually, it might not be symbols because what are you even symbols back here? Like, do you have enough cat targets? Yep, looks like it was that. Yeah, do you have enough cat targets to symbols back the cat and use it again? I guess you've got one more Airbellum in deck, but that means you have to have a 6th target as well. And potentially like a Pot of Avarice right here. Okay. Declared the effect of Silverfang. Funny. Very funny. Absolutely vicious. Okay. Special summons out the Monk. This might just be Arcanite. It could just be another power tool too. That's not the weirdest thing. Yeah. Yeah, second power tool is not weird. That's not weird at all. Makes a lot of sense, actually. Thankfully for us, we can clear both. It's just not ideal, I will say. This has got to grab Mark of the Rose, I think. If they're even playing that. They might not be playing that. They are, okay. Yep. They had a 33% chance of hitting Mark there. Oh, hi, Mark. They're going to set a back row. What the fuck? The back row is... That's a problem. That's actually a problem. Damn, that's actually a problem. That's fine. We'll set Gear Town. Set our Mausoleum. Activate the effect of Gear Town. Special summon out the Ancient Gear Gadgetron Dragon. Now we do have to Mausoleum and play into Space Typhoon, which they very likely could have. Oh, just kidding. They're gonna solemn that. Okay, so they pay 4,000. Destroys that. Okay. That being the case, we'll go Gear Frame effect. Go search out Fortress. And then we will equip the Gear Frame to the Gadget Dragon. And then we will attack over the Power Tool. They will get to draw an extra equip spell next turn, which is bad for us. I can't lie, it is bad for us. But as of right now, we are kind of chilling. We have Dust Tornado for the Mark of the Rose they may or may not have. We have an indestructible Gear Dragon. It's not indestructible, but it blanks 1 destruction, which is important against stuff like, I don't know, Arcanite. Nah, you're all good, bro. You're not taking that long. You're playing fast, actually. You're playing faster than my last opponent. Shit. Yeah, you're good. You're good, dog. Do your thing. Shit. Alright. Power tool effect. That's all good. Yeah, maybe Skill Drain was the move. But Skill Drain gets me fucked over by Mark of the Rose. That's the issue. Huh. Skill Drain could be better than Royal Oppression in this matchup. It could be. Because Royal Oppression locks us out. They didn't find Mark last time, but they get it this time. So they have 1 Mark of the Rose that we know about. And we have 1 Dust Tornado. So that's perfect. That's exactly where we want to be. We want to be in this general region. General area. Nice. Nice. Alright. Power Tool Dragon switches to attack. Brain control. Okay. Okay, that's really dangerous. That's really dangerous. I didn't have brain control on my radar at all. We might just get OTK'd. There's a good chance we die here. If they have Gigantes, we for sure die. Dodging bullets. Dodging bullets. Okay, we take 3k. Then we take 2,300. And then we need to get kind of lucky. I think we need to top deck a Gear Beast. Main phase 2. End phase, we get the Gear Dragon back. Yeah, Gear Beast would be good. It's all good. Pass a turn. Gear Frame. Gear Frame's alright. We can maybe get in the last few points of damage somehow. Okay, let's see. if they have the tomato set, which is the most likely set, we can deal 1,600 over that, another 1,100 over the second one, and then 400 over the last one. We're very close. Actually, no, we can summon double fortress because we search a second fort. Okay. Yeah, I think we actually win the game. I'm pretty sure. Because gear frame activates. We go get ourselves Machine of Fortress. Pitch Fortress to Special Fortress. Pitch Gear Dragon to special out the last fortress. And then we're going to special summon the gear frame to attack position here. And then battle phase, gear frame over the set monster. If it's Sangan, we're living big time. It's Dandelion. Okay, can we kill through Dandelion? Let's see. I think we can. I think we can go gear frame over a token, fortress over a token, gear dragon over this. That's 700, and then this should be exact lethal. Okay, so we go gear frame over the token, fortress over the token. It's better to attack gear dragon first. We get the most damage in case they have trag. So that's 700. And then it's 700. Yeah, it's 700. Yep. Gear dragon over power tool, and then Machine of Fortress direct. And that should be game. Should be exact game. Because 3,000 minus 300 equals 700. And Fortress for the last 25. Yeah. GG's. GG's. That was a really close game. That was a really, really close game. I was actually hype. They could have set the tomato. Yeah, they could have done some stuff. But I had Dust Tornado for the mark. So we were alright. At least through one mark. If they had 2 marks, it could have been a problem. Was tempted for tomato. If you had set tomato, I think I had lethal through that too, because you grab another tomato, and then... Oh, to push me out of Mausoleum. I think it wouldn't have done enough damage. I don't know. Big boy's chonky. True. Oh, yeah. It would have done exactly, put us to 1,300. But our Mausoleum's already gone. You only play 1, so yeah. True. GG's, Spliffs Akimbo. Good luck in the future.